We're back, and we have a very special guest joining us tonight, Alexander Spellane of Fisher Capital, CEO of Fisher Capital. And what brings you to sunny Palm Beach, Florida?
And I should explain, I was just interviewed by him on his podcast, which was an excellent interview, and he's here tonight for a special Trump movie.
That's right.
And tomorrow you're going to introduce the 47th president of the United States.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of surreal. I mean, that's going to be a huge event in Duluth. So tonight, this event tonight was supposed to be on the 17th. The hurricane got it moved.
Hmm.
And then, I got the call to do the events in Duluth and Vegas. So it all kind of lined up like boom, boom, boom.
So you're going to do two? You're going to do
Yeah. So we flew here, for the movie premiere tonight, which I'm really excited for. That's why I'm dressed up tonight. And then tomorrow morning we fly to Duluth. And then the very next morning we fly to Vegas. So,
and you get, I've introduced him. I used to introduce him so often in 16 when I was with him for 4 or 5 months. We had a arrangement. We had the short introduction. We had the medium introduction. We had the long introduction. And his guy, Johnny, he'd come in, and he likes to take his pictures before the event. I take pictures usually after the event.
yeah.
But so now if he's got a big crowd, it's going to be a big delay. If he's got a small crowd, it's going to be small. And then if he likes the people, it's going to be really long. And if he doesn't like the people, it's going to be really short.
Right.
So I had the 5-minute speech, 4 to 5 minute speech. I had the 10-minute speech. And then I had the repetition of the 10-minute speech as many times as I had to.
Right.
So Johnny would come out 3 minutes into it and he'd go, meaning we're on target, finish it up. Then he'd come out if we were going to, he'd go. And then it could be really long, he would go. So I gave anywhere from 3-minute speeches introducing him to about 20-minute speeches introducing him, depending on how much time he needed. And it was always great fun. And the rallies, I mean, the only thing that's happened with the rallies since then is they've gotten much better.
I gotta say, it's probably the funnest audience to open for.
Yeah.
Because they're just very engaged in what you're saying, and the crowd's wild. It's a lot of fun.
So we'll see if I'm right, but I thought in 16, I never said it to him near the end, although I tried very hard to see if they could find substitutes, that his secret weapon was that rally. Nobody can do that rally. There's no American politician that can do that. And it does whip up enormous enthusiasm.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's gone on so long, you would think that people would get tired. Like Kamala tried to say people leave. The only people that leave are the people that are afraid about their cars. Almost nobody leaves. And by the way, as soon as they leave, other people come in for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's right.
I have not seen a rally of his without people outside ever.
That's right.
Ever.
Even now, after the assassination attempt, even for someone like me who's going to be on the stage speaking, you have to show up there at 1 p.m. because of how many people.
Oh, sure. A lot of
and he's not going to go on until about 7 p.m., I don't think. So it was announced he's also doing a rally in Arizona. So in the same day, he's flying from Arizona to Vegas. He's in Duluth the day before. So, I mean, the fact that he can have the stamina to do that many, I think he's done like 3 in a day.
Kamala says that he's falling apart. He's really not able to make it. He's falling. Meanwhile, she's taking she's taking today off sleeping. Kamala's sleeping.
Yeah.
You think Kamala snores? I think she snores. Oh, you want to see a nice poll? Pennsylvania, the key state, new poll today. 46-43.
Hey, we'll pay.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
And what else? You know what else? The Senate candidate has pulled out ahead.
McCormick has pulled ahead of Bob Casey, and that's meaningful.
That
last
bigger.
name,
that's even bigger. That's even bigger.
Is a popular.
I never like to make like completely definitive predictions. However, I'm the Pennsylvania guy in the campaign. So back in 16, I convinced them to put assets into Pennsylvania, and everybody disagreed with me except Bannon. And when we won Pennsylvania, boy, did I feel like a genius. Then in 20, I'm in the White House counting votes, and I'm watching Pennsylvania go up 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, 600. When we got to 800,000, I let out a "you," like whoop, in the White House. And Maria said, "Quiet down, quiet down." And then Newt Gingrich came over and he puts his arm on Dr. Maria and he says, "You're watching history," meaning we were going to win. He said, "You can't make up 800,000 with 65% of the vote. Can't do it. Impossible." He said, I have mathematicians saying it's mathematically impossible. Within 5 minutes, I hear they've closed down the voting in Pennsylvania and in Philadelphia. And immediately I said, "Oh my God, they're going to try to really steal this." Because they only closed it down in crooked cities. They only closed it down in Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Detroit, Atlanta.
It's in Georgia, yeah.
Now where else? In Milwaukee, in Milwaukee.
Detroit?
Yeah. Oh, Detroit was big time. Detroit was the big trucks that came in.
Right.
Yeah.
Our county, Nevada, Maricopa County, Arizona.
Maricopa County.
Well, I mean Philadelphia.
Maricopa is a little different. I wouldn't put Maricopa in the category of the kind of legendary crooked city that Philadelphia or New York or Chicago. They're legendary cities. I mean, they don't have a Boss Tweed or but those are legendary crooked cities. And Atlanta may be the worst.
I'd say so.
Yeah, Atlanta's terrible. I mean, you can't do anything without paying somebody off.
That's right. You know, me and my friend over here were talking about when they did the PPP loans, that city in particular just saw crime just go through the roof because all that did for their economy was encourage young people to they got a bunch of money, they defraud the government. I don't know if you know the whole scam.
Yeah, sure.
But a lot of that, I assume, went into politics.
Not just in that city. I mean,
no, it's nation.
You know, there's still PPP money to give out. There's still.
I never applied for that.
One would think at this point we would take it to resolve the deficit. Instead, the Democrats are trying to figure out what crooked scheme can we put it in.
Yeah.
And then the other beauty of it is when they give that out, they always get kickbacks for it.
Oh, it's 100%.
You know, they get kickbacks for it. And because it's emergencies, there's no competitive bidding, there's no auditing.
That's right.
This is why they are opposing Trump so strongly, because he's the only person on the horizon that could really uncover this. There'd be other honest Republicans, but it would take him 4 years to actually believe it. It took me 4 years to believe it. It may have taken him 4 years to believe it. I mean, if he were to tell you what he thought when he first came in, and by the time he left, he would have said, honestly, I never realized it was this bad. I knew it was bad, but I had no idea it was this bad. And then that just progressed as you go on. I mean, so they have so much at stake. I keep up at night wondering what are they going to pull next? I mean, what's the next between now and how many days, Ted?
13 and some change. So they're saying 14, but it's 13 in a few hours. So
they may, in case Trump wins, they may extend it an extra day.
Yeah.
Okay, he's ahead by 3 million. You can come and vote tomorrow. We'll open it up for one more day, Wednesday.
Yeah. We gotta keep it open until they got the votes they need, right, man? But I had a question for Alexander, and Alexander, what is your message maybe to others in the venture capital space, maybe finance world, people in business? What is your message to others who may support President Trump, but they kind of maybe keep it quiet for different reasons? They're afraid to speak out. Maybe what's your message to others?
You can keep it quiet by you don't have to be in the public view and speak out against this stuff. It's very simple, and this is the message I've been sharing with conservatives for years. It's called voting with your wallet, and it's very simple. You just need to stop funding companies and organizations that are giving money to the left. And that's a simple choice that you can make privately. You don't have to, be in the public eye or talk about it at all. It's just, you have a choice and a right to take back control of the way you spend and save your money. And if you look at what Fisher Capital does, for example, we help our clients who are primarily conservative, obviously. Those are the only people who are concerned about the economy. These liberals don't seem concerned about the economy at all. So, hence why they buy gold. They buy gold because they're concerned that these Democrats are going to crash the economy. They're going to destroy the value of the dollar. And oftentimes you look at these people, they have the majority, if not the entirety of their life savings with companies like Vanguard in BlackRock funds. So there's a simple way that you can see that the money's being weaponized against them. We know what Vanguard and BlackRock support. So if you've got your nest egg, your 401k, your IRA, or everything you've worked hard for just to come to the point where you're trying to retire, you have a choice. You don't have to let them hang on to it. And guess what? You don't need to drink Starbucks coffee. You can drink Giuliani's coffee.
Yeah, much
I mean,
better.
you don't have to give your money to companies that are working against you.
Do we have none left?
I'm gonna go grab it.
I'd like some.
We got to give our friend some here, especially he gave us the free plug.
Yeah,
We didn't even pay him for it.
I can carry on. I'll push one of those buttons. Who knows what could happen? Somebody come out of a cake, or Trump may appear. One night I'm on the air, and he called me. He'll call me just to talk. So I said, "You want to get on the air?" He said, "Yeah." They put him on.
Yeah, it's right on there.
Oh wow! Oh, that's look at this, everybody. That is so cool.
This is my morning blend.
Amazing.
This is my morning blend, but it's actually strong enough.
How cool is that?
That's my morning blend. I have three blends. I have a morning blend, I have a bold blend, and we have a decaffeinated.
Where can I set this?
They put it right there. It's a decaffeinated, which is a healthy decaffeinated because we don't use any chemicals. We use water to decaffeinate it. Decaffeinated can be somewhat dangerous for you,
right?
If you're not careful.
Oh, thank you.
Hot. We keep it hot around here.
Yeah, we make it hot. We're crazy. It's
okay. That's delicious. I drink my coffee black too.
Arabica.
Oh,
well, that means
I actually do appreciate the taste of good coffee.
But you drink it black because you drink good coffee.
Wow, he's like a natural salesman.
You can't.
But
we didn't set this up. He's doing this, folks.
Because I don't have time to mix in creamer and sugar and all that. I got to grab my coffee and go.
Well, the reality is, the better the coffee, the less likely it is that you're going to need cream or sugar. So this is Arabica beans. Those are the best beans.
It's delicious.
And and when you have all Arabica, you don't need cream or sugar. It's just,
And while we're talking about it, we also he has a iced version.
We made that especially for him.
Are you an iced coffee drinker, or maybe someone on the team? Any members?
Yeah, a lot.
So you have many options, and that's of course rudycoffee.com. Rudy.coffee. Actually, cut out the com.
It's called Rudy Coffee.
Rudy.coffee. Well, that's where you go to get to learn more and to get your Rudy coffee today.